And now, it's that time of the week once again. Welcome to the Departure Lounge podcast with your hosts, Tom Whittle and Steve Woldridge. Your ticket to the home of aviation podcasts. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to episode number 70 of the Departure Lounge podcast here on the Departure Lounge YouTube channel and, of course, our Facebook page as well. Hope you are well. Happy React weekend, I guess, and we'll be talking a little bit about that later on for the first day of the show, which, I mean, if you didn't catch it, be on the Planes TV website. Let me just adjust my camera here. There we go. I am your host for this evening, Tom Whittle, and joining me, fresh from the pub, it is Sunday bests on a Friday. It is, of course, Steve Woldridge. Steve, a good evening to you. How are you?
All right, Tomer. All right, everyone at home watching. I hope you're all very well on this rather warm Friday. I am aware that my audio is never great to start with, so stick with it, and hopefully it will improve as we go on. Are you all good, Tom?
Very well. Very well. Very excited for this weekend. Hence why we're doing the show tonight, because we're all going to Fairford. But some of us aren't, and, whatever. But yeah, so we're doing it a little bit early this week. And then, should be all right. So yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Obviously, how has your week been?
Other than the fact that I totaled my car on Tuesday and it's now gone to the scrap heap in the sky. Yeah, it had a total brake failure, which was very exciting at the time. I did briefly think that tree's getting rather big rather quickly, but such is life. So, it's going to the great scrap heap in the sky. Such is life. It's also been rather too hot for me this week. I'm not built for heat. I am on the slightly plump side. So winter is... what I'm all about, to be honest. What about yourself? Enjoyed the heat?
No. So we'll bring you back shortly. Absolutely not. No, not at all. But we'll bring you back shortly.
Okay, mate.
Also joining us this evening is, of course, Ian Hartley. Ian,
hey.
How are you?
I'm really, really good, Tom. Thank you. How are you?
Yeah, very well. Very well. Warm, hot, but very well. Not too bad, thank you.
I love the sun. Yeah, I just heard you talking to Steve about the sun then, and I could follow the sun me around the world. I love it.
Just you on that one, I think. Then.
Yep, absolutely.
Good stuff. How was your week been?
I've had a busy week. Slightly disappointing after sabotaging somebody's brake pipes, but there wasn't a positive outcome expected. But never mind.
He is laughing currently right now in what we call the green room. So yeah, he's having a good chuckle.
It's been a busy week, but it's been a good week. So we've got the weekend in one piece. That's the main thing. Happy days. And while you lot are going to Fairford, I'm going to Blackburn. So
cracking
happy
stuff.
Days. Yeah.
Good stuff. Thumbs up to Blackburn. There we go. Right, we'll bring you back shortly. And joining us this evening, he hasn't got them on, so the caption probably isn't going to make any sense to anybody. However, he had his birthday this week, and we figured we'd get him on for a rating of the Liveries show. I wonder if he'll put them on before I manage to bring him back on. I am looking at him. He's going to do it. It's going to make a lot of sense. Otherwise, I'll talk to myself. It's fine. There you go. He's done it. It's Jack Rolls. There he is.
Good
Jack,
evening, Tom. How are you?
How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you, Tom?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Very warm, but it's Friday, so happy days and all that. It means we can all get a little bit merry. But yes, so obviously your birthday was on Monday. Did you have a good birthday?
Yes, I did. Thank you very much. Got plenty of presents and all that. So
Good stuff. Good stuff. Anything in particular that you were happy to get?
an iron scanner. So
Very nice. Very nice. And you'll be using that soon, I imagine.
yeah.
Awesome stuff. Good stuff. Right. Well, let's bring everybody back so we can all say hello to one another. That is literally say hello to one another, not just thumbs up.
You're right, Steve.
How you doing?
Jack. You're right, Jack. Happy
We've only been
birthday,
doing
Jack.
this
For
for 70
beginning of the week.
episodes. Jesus.
Yeah, all right, sausage. Happy birthday, mate. Hope you had a good
Thank
one.
you very much,
Ian,
Steve.
Steve. Glad to see you still here, Steve.
yeah, I don't think I didn't hear your message earlier
Yeah,
on.
no. Tom said you were laughing at it. I was just going to ask you, Jack. Is it a Uniden you've got? A Uniden.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I'm actually at market for one of them now. You don't want to sell it, do you?
Very good. Right, let's get into tonight's show. Now, the reason we got Jack here is because it's his birthday, and we promised him a rating delivery show. Try saying that after a drink. Right, so we're doing that tonight. We are doing 10 of Jack's favourite liveries, which Steve and Ian don't know what's coming up. So we'll see what happens. There's some interesting choices in there. Definitely a controversial one or two in there. And of course, audience participation. As always, get involved with your ratings. You know how it goes by now, but if you don't know how it goes, we'll quickly run through. We'll show a picture of a livery. We'll rate it out of 10. We'll also say if we like it or dislike it. And of course, if you put your ratings into the chat and we'll show them on the screen. Not only that, we've got a guest announcement at the end of the show tonight as well with a clip to play for that. And following that as well, we also have a merch release, which we'll show towards the end of the show as well.
Someone's got a really annoying jitter.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Possibly Jack.
Oh, he's froze.
He's frozen.
Fair enough.
That's what happens when you
Crack
mention
on.
something. He's gone. We'll take him off screen very quickly. But yeah, so we've got some merch release to come tonight as well, which will be quite interesting. So we'll see about that. So yeah, lots of exciting things to come. And of course, the return of things that look like Condor. So if you've got any pictures of stripy things that might resemble the colours of Condor, yellow, green, red, or blue, send them to us on the social medias. You can find them in the description below. Or the wonderful moderator of ours, Gail, will put them into the chat to make it a little bit easier for you. He has returned. He hasn't returned. He has returned.
There he is. Hey. Oh,
hello.
Hey, there he is. Stretch Armstrong's back. Here we go. Good stuff. Right, anyway. So before we get into the show, let's say hello to a few people. I'll run through just to make it a little bit easier for everybody involved. So, of course, as we know, Gail is in the chat, our head moderator. Martin Waldridge in the chat as well, saying hi all.
Hello, mate.
Michael
All right.
Painter, becoming a regular viewer. He is here saying a good evening. Samuel Taylor Ackroyd's in the chat too. Rob Brown playing spot in ever present. He says hello to Ian Hartley in the same room as you, Ian, saying hi guys.
Yeah, hi guys.
Hi guys. Visions International are there as well. Lynn Keeble was there saying good evening. So good evening to you. Jim Gemmell, evening to you. Sarah Pass, evening to you as well. And let's have a look, see if there's any more names in there. No, that's it for now. So, just a quick sound check. Jack, all good? I'll tell you as a no.
Just quickly, Tom. My brother had some more of his models put in his local museum today that he
fantastic.
made Airfix models. So,
wow, that's really good.
Oh yeah, well done. Yeah, nice. He's gone
Yeah,
again.
little shout out to him for that little bit of kudos.
Excellent. All right, very quick one. Quick around the room while Jack sorts his stuff out. What are we on tonight, drinking wise, Ian?
Thatcher's Haze for me. Thanks very much.
Thatcher's Haze, good stuff. Steve.
Well, bearing in mind that I did nip to the pub on my way home tonight, so I'm not as soft as this seems, because I got to be up for Riyadh in the morning. I'm just on a 7-Up tonight.
Lovely stuff. And I myself, it's all right. I've just been sent something that I'm not going to appreciate. Thank you very much. I wonder who from, Ian. Right. So I am on tonight. I am on Lily's mango cider,
Mm.
and then that's to wet the old whistle, and then I am on Thatcher's blood orange cider.
Excellent.
Nice.
Alcoholic Lucozade.
Alcoholic Lucozade to the many. So yes,
We're all drinking like the Wurzels tonight. Top work.
absolutely.
Apart from you, Steve.
Apart from
I've already
you
had
on
my fill, mate.
Sprite.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, up early for Riyadh. We will talk about Riyadh towards the end of the show as well. I mean, Jack is still sorting his stuff out, so we can't really go on with the show until he.
There you are,
cracks
Tom. Martin's just put in the chat what models he's had put in the museum there.
Oh, fantastic! So he says, "Thanks, Steve. Supermarine Walrus and a Fokker triplane on show in the museum.
Fantastic.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'll send you some photos across, Tom, and you can put them up shortly if you so wish.
Yeah, absolutely. Jack has returned.
Hey.
Right, let's hope this has done something.
Yep.
Just don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Right. Let's get into ratings. Rating of the liveries that Jack has chosen for us. I asked Jack to give us 10. He has chosen, and I can probably say this because that's all they are, special liveries.
Oh,
Couple we may have spoken about before. Some interesting ones in there. And of course, as we say, audience participation if you so wish. Let's get on with the first one. Here we go. So this is the one of many of the Emirates liveries, which is to do with, well, I'm assuming, safari, like African safari animals, for a worthy cause, I should say. Jack, because you don't get to rate in this, well, you do get to rate, but we'll ask you each time. Why did you pick this one?
Just because it's a stunning livery, and with the A380s obviously becoming a lot more nowadays they're becoming more extinct, kind of.
Good, yeah, decent. It's a nice
Yeah,
livery. It's obviously promoting a good cause there. Steve, well, yeah, what's your thoughts on this one?
yeah. I don't know if Emirates are sort of planning to sort of branch further into to Africa. This would suggest that that's sort of the motive behind it, and there's probably a saved kind of wildlife theme to it. So yeah, both sentiments are very good. It's definitely an aircraft that if it flew, more than excited to have a little photo of it as it came in.
Nice one. Good stuff. Good stuff. Ian, over to you.
Yeah, I like it as well. It's a decent livery. It's really nice. I was looking for the reasoning behind it. Is it more to do with endangered species than branching into Africa? I don't think tiger's not Indian. Am I wrong there?
I think it's a wildlife livery. I believe, without looking too much into it.
Okay, right.
Well, you say that, Ian. I've seen tigers in painting down in Torquay, so they're not just in India.
Yeah, that's a good shout, to be quite honest, Steve. To be honest, yeah, but yeah, whatever it is promoting, it's a nice livery and it's done really well too. So yeah. I mean, I've not seen a bad Emirates livery. I'll be honest with you. So nice.
Good stuff. Yeah, no worries at all. I do quite like this one, I must admit. I think it's for a really good cause. Yeah, it's just yeah, it's really nice. It's a nice little way to raise awareness of obviously, like, if it isn't to do with endangered species, it's a good way of doing it.
Leave it with me.
Yeah, no, it's very good, very good indeed. Right, so let's have a look and see what the chat is saying. So we do have, let's have a look here. Lots of people already given their ratings. Sarah Pass saying that she prefers the Expo liveries.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that, I'm afraid.
Yeah, Linky will not for me, she says. Visions saying great cause, crap livery.
Yeah.
Loopy's here as well, so evening to you. He says he prefers the Real Madrid livery. Of course, they did do a couple of football liveries with, I think, Arsenal as well. So no one talks about that because it's Arsenal. But let's not get into football. But yeah, not a big fan, says Rob Brown as well. So as we put our ratings in now, do get yours in, and we'll do we'll present them at the end. Jack, being the one that obviously chose this one, what's your rating out of 10?
Just because I've never seen this before, I'll give it a 7 out of 10, just for the cause and then being an Emirates A380, which is, well, you're probably gonna only have them for the next 10 to maybe 15 years, hopefully. But
Excellent stuff. All right, so that's 7, wasn't it? 7 out of 10.
yeah,
7 out of 10. Ian.
I'm going to go same as Jack on this one, to be honest, with 7 out of 10. And I was just reading now that the beautiful livery is featuring some of the planet's wildlife threatened by poaching and illegal wildlife trade, and it aims to raise awareness of illegal wildlife trade. And it's actually whatever they do, they contribute to two charities which combat illegal wildlife trading. So it's to highlight that, to be quite honest. So I think I'll give it an extra mark for the course. So I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
All
Wonderful
right.
stuff. Right. Steve.
Yeah, whilst the cause is very good, I do believe Emirates do some of their other special liveries better than this one. So I will stick it as at a 6, because whilst the cause is noble, I do believe that some of the other Emirates liveries are slightly notch above this.
So he's 6 out of 10 for you. I'll go for probably about 7, I think, as well. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Cause is good. I think it could have been a little bit bigger. I think it probably could have covered a little bit more area on the plane. I mean, it is A380 after all, so it would be a little bit tricky. But yeah, I think overall, with fairness, 7 out of 10.
I think that's a good score for it, to be quite honest.
Decent. 7 out of 10. Indeed. Right, so let's have a look and see what the chat is saying before we move on to the next one. Gail Leary says 10 out of 10. Samuel Taylor Ackroyd saying 10 out of 10. Lots of 10s for this one. MaxJet TV Live going 10 out of 10 on that one. Rob Brown Plane Spotting was not a big fan, but a reasonable mid-table 6 out of 10, i.e. West Ham. Michael Painter, 6.5 out of 10, around that area that we've given it. Jim Gemble's given it 7. He agrees with us. So too does Ling Keeble. And Sarah going straight down the middle with a 5 out of 10. And lastly, of course, Tian Hartley. Cool livery, too organised, though, if it makes sense. 7 out of 10.
Too organised.
Too organised. Normally that's
How's it too organised? Could you elaborate?
Yeah.
Ian. Why is it?
It's just like it's all in a row.
Yeah, fair enough. Because they're all in a row.
Because they're all in a row.
Yeah, they could have. I mean, I see what she's saying. I mean, they are all in a row and they are all facing the same way, aren't they? They could have made it.
Yeah, it's very regimented.
Yeah, too regimented. Yeah,
Fair play.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. Yeah,
fair play.
Yeah.
All right. Let's drop on to the next one that we have that Jack has given us to do. An interesting choice, and obviously bringing out people's inner child. It is, of course, China Eastern with their, I believe, I mean, it's obvious, but it's the Walt Disney Resort livery, but obviously promoting the likes of Toy Story. Jack, you chose this one. Why?
Just because I thought if you're a child that's never flown on the aircraft before, you would take one look at that and think, oh, it's got two of my favourite characters on. So why don't we just go on this one?
It's all to do with the love of Toy Story as well. But definitely a lot better than their normal, straightforward, boring livery that they have, so it adds a little bit more colour, and it's on a 330, which is pretty nice indeed. So I like it. It's not too bad. It's again with a lot of the Chinese airlines doing their shtick with lots of colourful paintings and stuff. It obviously appeals to children, and obviously gets them a little bit more encouraged on flying and things like that. So I can see why they've done it. So it's not too bad. Ian.
I'm not going to lie, I'm not a massive fan of it. I mean, I like the Buzz Lightyear bit at the front. I think that's fantastic, but I don't think the Woody bit was necessary, to be quite honest. I think they could have just got away with Buzz Lightyear and that would have been it. Happy days. But I'm just not a fan of cartoony liveries on planes. I'm really not.
Not a fan of the Woody then?
No, I'm a massive Toy Story fan, obviously. I've watched them all and all the rest of it, but I'm not a massive fan of the Woody. No.
I love that you just clocked on to that.
I nearly swore then. Yeah. No, the Buzz Lightyear is fantastic. I'm just not a big fan of cartoony liveries on planes, to be quite honest. So, I'm not a huge fan of it.
Fair play. Steve?
Yeah, as Tom and Jack alluded to, the fact that a sort of young, nervous flyer might see it and be put more at ease is a definite bonus. Fun fact, the first time I ever saw Toy Story 3 was on a aircraft. So there you go. There's a little nugget of information you never needed. I'm with Ian. I quite like Buzz Lightyear at the front. That's a cool little touch. And I'm also with you, Tom, that their standard livery is even like a tiny splash of paint would have improved. Yeah, I quite like it. It's not giving me a full Woody, but it's a semi Woody. So there you go.
Oh dear, this is what we've kicked off now. Honestly, the Woody has spoken. Right. Okay. Right. As we sort of deliberate, you guys have 30 seconds, of course, to give your rating for it. I will go through the chat and see what people think of this one. Right, so Jim Gemmell says it's too cartoonish looking, so agreeing with what Ian says.
Yeah.
Gail Leary says it would look better if the engines were the same colour. Do we agree? Yes or no?
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
It won't make a difference to me, to be honest.
Fair enough. Loopy says to infinity and beyond the norm.
Ooh.
Very good, very good. We've obviously kicked off something there with the Woody A330. Julie Rotherham, I've seen a Woody on a plane.
There you go.
It's one of those shows tonight. It really is. Anyway, right. So you guys have about 30 seconds or so to think. Go on.
Just quickly, it would appear my sound's dropping in and out, so apologies to anyone who's watching at home and it's a little bit difficult because of that. I'll try and get that sorted as soon as possible, so apologies.
No worries at all.
It's just a southern sound today.
Very good. Right, you guys have had 30 seconds or so to deliberate over the ratings that you'd give this. So, Jack, we'll go with you first. What rating do you give it?
I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10, just for the just for the kids out there watching. So
you picked this livery and you give it a 6.
He's not quite grasped the concept of this yet, has he?
No.
It's all right. We're all friends here. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's all about giving an opinion, so it's all right. Right. Okay. 6 out of 10. Ian.
I'll give it a Toy Story 4 because they haven't made a 5th one yet.
Lovely job. So 4 out of 10. Steve.
I will give it a 7 and a chicken ball.
All right, 7 and a chicken ball. I think the fairest thing to give it would be probably a solid. Probably actually giving it what Jack actually said with the added 6 out of 10 and a chicken ball.
Fantastic.
Let's have a look and see what people have said in the chat before we get on to the next one. By the way, if we get through all of Jack's liveries in plenty of time, we'll go on to some more liveries that we had left over from last time, from the last time that we've done it. So we'll go through those as well and just have a right good giggle with it. Right, Max Chat TV Live gives it 10 out of 10. Gail Livery, Gail Leary, 7 out. Take this away from me, please.
Yeah.
Right. Gail Leary, 7 out of 10 for that one. Samuel Taylor Ackroyd, 6 out of 10 for being a livery that's not the best, but Toy Story is probably one of the best, if not the best Disney series.
Yeah.
The
I assume it's the
757,
best.
but
I'd argue that point as well, but
I'd
let's
argue it's the
not.
best, but yeah.
Hmm.
Sarah Pass, 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10 from Sarah Pass on that one. Rob Brown playing sporting 6 out of 10. Same with Jim Gemmell, 6 out of 10. Michael Painter, 6 out of 10. Everyone going for sort of around the same sort of score for that one. Tian Hartley goes for an 8 out of 10. Ooh, I like the colours.
Whoa. Mm.
Pretty colours. 5 for Loopy, straight down the middle. And I believe that is that. Yeah, everyone's mocking me now because I said Gale livery. I get it. Yeah. Rob Brown playing sport and asking a very interesting question. Does the chicken balls come with sweet and sour or curry sauce?
Well, my northern Scottish friend, it comes with neither. I've gone for barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce. That's a bit of a new one for me. I'm always a sweet and sour man.
There you go.
Oh, wait. Are we talking about food on the channel?
Oh, yeah, shh, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. We'll get into trouble with one person. Anyway, so that is that one. Brian Edwards very late into that one there, but we'll show it 3 out of 10. Not a big fan of that. So it does split opinions on this one, I believe. So good choice indeed, Jack. Right, next one. Now,
I'm having a
we
whale of a
spoke
time
about
here.
it. We spoke about it
Nice.
before on our Southwest show that we did way back. Probably last year at some stage. That's how long we've been doing it. I can't remember. And it's one of these Southwest special liveries of Shamu, of course, promoting SeaWorld on their 737-700 plane. So, Jack, out of all the Southwest liveries that are out there, why this one?
Just because Southwest have got such a variety of liveries. It was so hard to pick one, but this one just came to my head for some reason. But
You're just a big fan of Wales, or did you get confused with the country? Just kidding. It's an interesting choice. Like I say, there are ones out there I think are probably maybe a little bit better, but I like the fact that it's a little bit more fun on this one as well. So especially I like the fact they've got the fins on the engines as well, which is pretty cool. So ties in with the whole thing. They could have left that completely. So interesting choice indeed. Ian.
I like it a lot. I mean, we did a show once, Tom, on Southwest Airlines, didn't we? And their special liveries. And all in all, I mean, we chose our best ones, we chose our worst ones. We went through them all and what have you. But all in all, I don't think Southwest make a bad livery. I think they're always thought through, and I always think they do a decent job of it. They must have some really, really good designers at Southwest. That's all I can say, because I think that's fantastic. I like it a lot.
You like it a lot? Good
I
stuff.
do, yeah. I think it's dead smart, yeah.
Good stuff. An interesting point, actually, that I've just seen from Loopy, saying that the tail should be black. Do you think the plane should be an all-black plane?
I think the plane should have been all black, to be quite honest with you. I don't know, because it's easy saying that, isn't it? But then from a designer's point of view, how do you make the back end of it look like a whale? You'd struggle, wouldn't you? And then not get this, and then struggle getting the Southwest livery on as well, wouldn't you? Because you still got to identify, haven't you?
Very true indeed. Yeah, very true. All right, nice one. Right, yeah, thank you for that, Loopy. Steve.
Well, first things first, I'm just chuckling at my my brother Martin Walsh' just comment just now that's come through. Yeah.
That one?
Well, yeah.
The toilet waste should spray out the top like a whale. Oh, could you imagine?
Oh dear.
Um,
All over that house in where was that guy again who was doing his gardening? Was he in Kensington or something?
Windsor, wasn't it?
Was it in Windsor? Yeah, it should fly
Yeah,
over him,
Bangladeshi
shouldn't
plane just dropping it. Yeah. Just awesome. Yeah, no, I completely. That would be really funny. But no, what do you make of this livery?
It's a shame it hasn't got a whale tail properly. That would have been good if it had gone on. Also, imagine if Sully had to ditch this. That would have been epic, wouldn't it? A whale getting ditched into the river would have been out of this world. Like two boxes at once there. But I do quite like it. I think the kind of the blue of like the southwest lets it down a little bit. They should have put some sort of like wave effect in. That would have looked quite cool in the blue instead of their standard blue. If they'd done like some sort of wavy look and put the southwest above that, that would have been awesome. So it's not bad, but it's not perfect.
Interesting stuff. I like the fact that they're promoting it, but I think the blue probably should have been taken away. They probably could have put a bold white line around the actual tail sort of section. I think to kind of have it in that shape of the the shape of the tail, and just have the rest of it all in black, but make a bold white line around the tail so you can actually distinguish where the tail is, like on the whale, not plane. But yeah, it's all right. Like I said, I think for me personally, there's better Southwest ones out there, but yes, we'll go from there.
The new ones are outrageously good.
The Freedom one is
that's the one, isn't it?
If you want to see that, we did a show on that. Might be worth checking that out. Right, so you guys have 30 seconds to deliberate what you're going to give it in terms of ratings. So we'll go through and see what people think. Julie Rotherham says that love the orca on the front, but she also says that tail spoils it, makes it look odd. It will probably die alone.
That's a bit sad.
That's really sad.
Oh yeah.
Harsh. Talking of harsh, Samuel Taylor Ackroyd says the Southwest livery looks awful. 0 out of 10 already.
Oh well.
So yeah, fair enough. We've already had Martin Baldridge's a comment there of the toilet waste being sprayed out the top. I'll just see if we got any more here. Loopy says that the red and orange get in the way of it.
I totally agree.
Jim Gemmell saying that we already have flying whales. They're called A380s.
Yeah.
Good point. So, Brian Edwards says, I wonder if the fin remains vivid for VFR ops. The USA use that a lot. Otherwise, it could look like a cloud. And then, lots of people just giving their ratings. So, let's go for ratings. Jack, you first.
Let's go for 8 out of 10. So I really do like this Liberator.
Okay, 8 out of 10. Let's go Steve first.
It's not bad. It could be better, so it's getting 6.5 a chicken ball.
6.5 a chicken ball.
Yep.
All right. 6.5 a chicken ball. Ian.
I'm going to give it a strong 8 out of 10. I think who said about the VF? Oh yeah, with Brian Edwards, weren't it, about leaving the Southwest tail as it is for VFR ops? The airline's got to identify itself, hasn't it? So the tail's like that for a reason. So yeah, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I like it a lot.
Well, rather controversially, in coordination to what the chat's given it, we've given it 8 out of 10.
There you go.
Chat, however, might slightly disagree. Let's have a look and see what they have said. So, Gail Leary, 5 out of 10. I got a name right this time. Michael Painter says 3 out of 10. Something is not quite right about it. The looks aren't quite right to him. Loopy, 7 out of 10. Goes the same sort of direction that we do. Let's also have a look. Jim Gemmell goes for a 7 as well. Rob Brown Plain Spotting, smack bang in the middle with 5. Cash D with a 6.5. Farang Travels, I've seen him say hello, so hello to you. 5 out of 10, take it or leave it. So not too low, but people would still give it a decent score at least.
It's pretty average, isn't it?
It is. I think bang average, I think, is probably the best way of putting it.
Yeah.
Good job. Right, next livery. The controversial one that Sam has given us. Sam? Where did I get Sam from? Jack.
Right.
Goodness me, honestly. I'm getting names wrong left, right, and centre. Never normally happens. Right. The controversial one that Jack has given us is the Peter Max livery from the year 2000 on Continental's 777-200. Jack, apart from the fact that you chose it because it's controversial, why did you choose it?
Just because I was looking at how many colours can you actually get on a aircraft, but just leave the tail fin exactly with the Continental bit as they normally have it.
Yeah, it's like if a bag of Skittles threw up, that's what you get. But yeah, I do like it. But it's a shame that it was around way before I was even playing spotting. I was 8 at the time this was around. So, a lot of people would have seen this. And it even showed up at Manchester every now and again as well. So I've seen some pictures there before too. Talking to Manchester, Ian, over to you.
Well, there's your Happy Meal. There's something to colour in off your pop. I can't say any more about it.
Very good. Very good. If you can't say any more about it, I think we'll leave it at that, shall we?
I will do, yeah. I'm not a fan. I mean, what's the inspiration behind the actual livery?
Just paint it how you like it.
Yeah, no, I think sometimes even when you see something that looks as vile as that, if you know the reason why it's been done, I think it just like takes the edge off it a little bit, like with the British Airways World Tales, for instance. So, what was the name of the guy against Tom?
Peter Max.
Peter Max. Right. Okay. Let's have a quick. Right. While you carrying on, I'll just have a quick Google and just find out.
So I'm just Googling it now.
All right.
Basically, just very quickly, it cost Continental Airlines $160 million to paint.
Jeez.
Not that much. It was called a $160 million living canvas because of the plane and everything else like that. It was to also go about talking. It was to do with the millennium, basically.
Right.
And yeah.
Can I just interrupt you? Sorry, Tom.
Go on.
Have you got a picture of the other side of the plane?
I sort of do, yes.
The other side of the plane looks pretty sweet, to be quite honest. I know. Jack was just saying then how many colours can you get on a plane, but I think if you look at the other side of the plane, it looks a damn sight better than this side.
Yeah, I mean, people will know the Peter Max livery. But I will if I just stop sharing that quickly. Here we go. This is the other side.
Now that looks really smart.
Yeah, that's loads better.
Yeah, that
better,
is,
isn't it?
Huge.
So yeah, it depends on which side you look at it. Really, I think overall for me, it looks. I like it as a livery. I'm one for color, and if it's colorful enough, then for me it's good enough. And I quite like the blue side. If I'm honest, I quite like the blue side. But that's down to opinion. Steve.
Yeah, I once attempted to do some laundry, and this is pretty much how my white stuff came out looking, to be quite honest. Yeah, it's like when you see like kids gone wrong and the children have crayoned all over the wall some sort of masterpiece, and that's what's come up with it. Like the white streak in the middle is shocking. That's what massively lets it down. But it's a bit yin yang because the other side is a lot better, although there is a little bit of white left in there. But I just don't get what they were going for. It's just a massive kind of mix of like nothingness. Oh, we've got a bit of blue paint, splack it on. We've got a bit of yellow, yeah, lovely, bob it on. Oh, we've got a bit of red left, yeah, slap that on. Like there's no cohesion to it whatsoever. So yeah, I'm not getting it. I don't know if it's because I'm slightly simple and going to take modern seem confusing when you see a crisper and that's art. But yeah, it just doesn't do it for me in the slightest.
Fair play. I quite like it. I think it's quite funky. It's different. It's bold. I think is what the idea is, to make it sort of really stand out. And it was quite popular. A lot of people liked it. Not a lot of people really disliked it. But yeah, it was it was very very well liked among the spotters. So very very nice indeed. Right. Okay. 30 seconds for you guys to deliberate. I'll show that in a minute. I've just seen a comment pop up. I'll show that in a minute. But yeah, 30 seconds to deliberate, and we'll go through what people think about this Peter Max livery. Right, so let's have a look here. I think this is part of it. Julie Rotherham says, "Oh, that's crap. Looks like low-cost orange juice that you get from Lidl's. Never seen fruit in its life." MaxJet TV Live Express says, "Looking smart and bloody brilliant, giving it a 10 out of 10, or a 1010. Brian Edwards says, "It doesn't know what it's trying to do." Loopy says, "I'm confused. Did they use leftover paint?"
Yeah, absolutely spot on.
Gail Leary says, "The guy needs sacking. That's a mess."
Is she talking about me or the plane?
She'll probably put it in the comments in a minute. Probably you.
Yeah, I'd have thought.
Julie Rotherham with another analogy of, "I once drank a lot of rum and ate a lot of Smarties and produced better." Rob Brown Paint Spotting says, "Looks like a splatter mark when paintballing." Jim Gemmell saying, "Should have called it the goddamn awful." And then when we did the other side, Lynn Keeble says she prefers that side to the blue side.
Definitely.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Julie Rotherham actually agrees as well, says the other side has style. Let's have a look here. Rob Brown seems to be analogy central at the moment. "I produced better the day after a Vindaloo." And then lots of people just putting in the putting in their ratings. So there you go. There's your answer. No, we'll let you off, Steve. The lack of sliders affecting your judgment.
Yeah, well, there you go.
She's on one tonight, is Gail.
Yeah,
Not one
and
tonight.
upset to go.
That's it. Right. 30 seconds to deliberate. You have had that, Jack. Rating out of 10.
For that side, well, if I had to rate on sides, this side it'd be a 4. The other side it'd be a 5. But
You picked the livery, dude.
6 out of 10.
You give it a 4. What is this? That's fair enough. So we'll go for a rough. So I'll tell you what, we'll average it over both sides. So we'll go for you for about 5, I think, for that one. Ian, blue side, red side rating.
Oh, well, I mean, I was thinking before, Tom, about when you were saying about the bold colours. I'm also bold. And where I'd give myself a 9 out of 10, I can only give that plane on the bold side, probably a 4 out of 10. But on the nice, colourful side, which is his better side, which 2 I do have, I would probably give the other side a 7. So I would give it a 4 and a 7. So an average of about 5.5.
5.5 as well. Yep.
We
I
did
said
get there
bold,
eventually.
not bold. Steve, save us.
Well, the side we're currently seeing, I would give it a 2, no chicken ball. And the other side, I would give it 5, third of a chicken ball. What's that? 3 or 4? 4.
About 4.
And a fourth of a
Roughly,
chicken
because
ball.
of the low rating that Jack from Chose Delivery gave it, 4.5 out of 10. I would say 4 out of 10. Right, let's have a look at some of the ratings that people have given it. Gail Leary has given it a 0 out of 10, I think, just probably from this side alone. There you go. She's given a better side. Red 7 out of 10. Blue 0 out of 10. Loopy says interesting 3 out of 10. Rob Brown Plane Spotting a very low 1 out of 10. Brian Edwards 6 out of 10. MaxJet TV Live Express 1010. Jim Gamble 3 out of 10. Julie agreeing as well 3 out of 10. And then for entertainment purposes, Jack, for entertainment tonight, I give you 10 out of 10. Good stuff. So Jack getting a good 10 out of 10 there. Awesome. Right. Let's go on to the next one. I actually don't know how many are left here. Oh, we got quite a few. Yeah, there's quite a few left. We're all good. Right. Next one. Another interesting choice. Probably not everyone's cup of tea. One that was around in the very early 2000s to promote the Lord of the Rings films from Air New Zealand on their 747-400. I actually have a model of this tucked away somewhere. Again, where that is, I don't know, but I do have a model of it. It's tucked away somewhere. Jack, you chose this one. I'm assuming Lord of the Rings fan.
Yeah, yes, I am a Lord of the Rings fan. But the fact that it's on a 747-400 as well, it just, well, I think it actually does suit this aircraft.
Nice one. Good choice as well, I think. Ian, over to you. Lord of the Rings fan or no?
Not at all, no. Films like that, Harry Potter's another one. I can sit and start watching a film like that, and within 25 minutes, I'm fast asleep. They're not my cup of tea at all. I'm not taking that away. No, but I'm not taking that away from the plane. The plane looks absolutely fantastic. I love that livery. If it was a Star Wars livery, I'd give it 10 out of 10. But it's not a Star Wars livery. I'm a big Star Wars fan. But it looks absolutely fantastic. It really, really does. I like it a lot. Yeah. I personally would take away the two faces at the back of the plane. I'm presuming they're the characters, aren't they, in Lord of the Rings? And just have the scenery on. The scenery is nice. But it's nice.
Okay, interesting.
The engines look smart as well.
Yeah, nice one. All right, Steve, over to you.
Yeah, much like I've never watched Lord of the Rings because I think it's a little bit boring and it goes on for far too long for my liking.
Here.
They've done it quite nicely. Just it's lost on me because I don't watch it, so it sort of goes over my head somewhat. If it was just like here's a bit of New Zealand, like Christchurch or whatever, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's absolutely delightful. But because it's Lord of the Rings, you may as well be talking to me in Swahili because it means absolutely nothing to me, I'm afraid.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair enough. Yeah, I'm the same with everybody else, really. I'm the same. I'm not a huge fan of the Lord of the Rings thing. I'm not. I just think it's a bit long. But the livery itself is pretty decent. I quite like it. Because I think if you think about liveries that advertise films and things like that, they can be very basic sometimes. Whereas this one goes all out because it's proud to be the setting of where the film's actually made in that. So I quite like it. Yeah. I can't dismiss it. I'm not a huge fan of the films, but I'm a
Not
fan
really.
of the livery, so I quite like it. Right, you guys, 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's fine.
About what?
Oh, it's just about the
Oh, hang on a sec. Right, 30 seconds for you guys to deliberate over the ratings while we go through what people have said. So, lots of people. Brian Edwards, Lord of the Rings fan here. I think a lot of people will probably be like that. The MaxJet TV Live Express by Max Woodman says the Queen and her Lord. That name's just getting longer by the minute. I'm sure.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Loopy, more like this, please. 9 out of 10. I mean, that says rating. We've already said the rating, but yeah, not too bad on that one. Lots of people showing a lot of love for it. Yeah, lots of people just giving a lot of love for it. Very, very nice indeed. So, Jack, over to you. I'm assuming you'll probably give it a 2, but if you'd like to give your rating for this,
For this
this livery that
particular
you chose.
livery, it's got to be a 10 out of 10. Just because it's also a 744, which was an iconic aircraft. Again,
Nice
so
one.
10 out of 10.
Solid 10 out of. Ignore that. 10 out of 10 on that one. Nicely done. I'll give it a 9. I think it is really nice. I think it deserves a strong 9. So, a 9 out of 10 for me. Steve.
I want to get in some kind of Lord of the Ring quote here. So, precious you're not, whatever he says. Anyway, because it's totally lost to me, I will give it a 7, and I will just go on the merits of how it looks rather than the actual film. So, a 7.
Fair play. 7 out of 10. Ian.
Yeah, I'm with Steve on that one. I'm not a fan of the Ring, so I will also give it about a 7.
Not a fan of the Ring or Woody. Which one is it?
No, I'm not a fan of the film, to be quite honest. So, but like judging just on the actual look of the aircraft, I'd give it an 8 because it looks pretty nice, to be quite honest. I do
8 out
like
of
the
10.
engines. The engines look really nice.
8 out of 10. Lovely stuff. Which means very fair. Probably just about right. 8.5 out of 10.
Really?
So I think would be quite interesting. Right, so let's have a look at some of the ratings that people have given it. MaxJet TV Live Express, who shortened his name, has given it 1,010. Gail Leary, 10 out of 10, loves it. Samuel Taylor Ackroyd goes 10 out of 10 for being on a 747 and for being well organised. Len Keeble, 10 out of 10. Farring Travels, 10 out of 10. Brian Edwards, 10 out of 10. Michael Painter gives it 7 out of 10. Like the engine cowling's done as well. It's about the livery, not the film.
Here.
Jim Gemmell says, I'm giving Max 10 out of 10 for constantly changing his name.
Yeah.
Good stuff. But he also gives it 9.5 out of 10. And if you're American, MaxJet TV Live Express by Max Woodman gives it the 29th of January.
And a chicken ball.
And a chicken ball. There we go, chicken ball. Good stuff. Very good. All right, next one. This was the one I was thinking that was coming next. Not for everyone's liking. Jack likes it though, so he'll probably give it a 1 in the rating. It's the Royal Jordanian special livery. I'm just trying to see it. I think it says Petra. Discover Petra on the back there as well. The Royal Jordanian livery is one of is one of a thing of beauty. It's been around for a while. Quite nice. I don't like it. I think it's completely ruined the whole thing. It's like you get like if you walk into a science museum and you get like a mannequin of a human body, and it's like skin and then bits are taken away to show you what's inside. That to me is what that is. And I don't think it fits. I do not think it fits.
I personally think you've hit the nail on the head there. I think that's what it's meant to be. I think it's meant to be a Royal Jordanian plane, and you actually take away the skin and you're looking at Petra inside it. I think that's the whole point of it.
Well, I mean, potato, I suppose, but not a massive fan of this one. Jack, why did you pick this?
Well, I mean, it's one that I've always wanted to see when I do end up going to Heathrow with Steve, hopefully. But it is a really, really nice livery, and the Royal Jordanians, they have a massive they have really, really good country and all that. I've seen that some of their display scenes, so
Fair enough. Fair enough. As Brian Edwards says, it took guts to pick that one. So nice one. Right, Ian's pretty much said what he needed to. Steve.
Yeah, I'm sort of with you two. Like when you were younger and you fell off your bike and you cut your knee on like the pavement or wherever, and you had like a little bit of black tarmac around the outside, and then the kind of sore wound. That's what it kind of looks like. I think the Royal Jordanian all black livery is very, very decent on its own. So it doesn't really need to be faffed with in my eyes, and it doesn't quite work. Maybe if it wrapped a little bit further round, that would work slightly better. But I don't know, it just doesn't quite sort of hit the nail on the head for me.
Fair play. Ian, anything else to add to what you've been talking about?
Yeah, the actual image itself, the Petra image. Now, I don't want to like disrespect any like Jordanians or Jordan or anything like that, but it reminds me of an advertisement poster for Marlboro cigarettes.
I don't think we have to worry about disrespecting Jordan. I think that's already happened.
Fair enough.
By the Lord Jesus.
By the Lord Jesus.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Certainly has. Right.
Okay, leave that where it is.
Yeah, we'll leave that. Yeah, we ain't going back to that one. Right, okay. 30 seconds to deliberate about what you think of this livery as we go through what people think. A lot of people thinking the same thing as us, including, well, I mean, yeah, just a lot of people just not really enjoying it. Brian Edwards saying it reminds him of a patient on an operating table.
What was that, Jack?
Well,
What was that just then? Deary me. Loopy flying X-ray, he calls it.
Yeah.
Julie Rotherham saying, well, Royal Jordanian livery is sexy. It doesn't need no stinking middle wrap. Jim Gemmell says that really helps promote tourism in Jordan. Not. There's probably so many jokes you can do with this, but
yeah.
Hey ho. Hey ho. Gail Leary, I think it could have been better. Possibly started the red at the front into the livery at the back. Don't think possibly.
I think I'm just going to say it started to go wrong at the front, didn't it? So I don't think it mattered what followed. I think it just all went wrong, didn't it? Yeah.
Julie Rotherham says, come to Jordan for all your third-degree burn needs. And Jim, just lots of people not liking it. Another colour would have been better. Something to stand out against the RJ livery. And then, just lots of people giving their ratings. And Generic Pilot 1, hello to you, of course. Open heart surgery livery.
Yeah. Well, I'm just glad that Generic Pilot 1 and Brian Edwards aren't in the operating theatre if I ever need to go into surgery. I'd crap myself if them two were
Well, it looks like this patient needs an operation, but god damn, it looks like the Royal Jordanian livery.
It's like you ought to start rating your insides.
That's it, yeah. 2 out of 10. Look at the state of it. Right. You guys have done your you've had time to deliberate over it, and now it's time to go for it. So, actually, before we do, very kindly, Gail, giving us a super chat. Thank you very much.
Yeah, lovely.
For the
Thank you.
kind
Yeah, nice one,
donation. Right, so we'll go with Jack. Since he likes this a lot. What rating do you give it?
But if I'd see this in person and get a shot of it myself, I would go for a 6 out of 10. Just
But because you haven't seen it, what are you giving it?
just because I haven't seen it.
Just a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. No problem. All right, Ian, over to you.
I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Yeah.
5 out of 10.
Yeah. I mean, can we go down the Dreamliner route with not looking nice with different liveries on or not?
I think we could do.
Yeah,
I think we can do. I think it's
they just
proving
don't
its
suit
point at the
special
moment.
liveries, do they?
Yeah, it's proving its point at the moment.
Mm.
Okay, so we've got a 6 and we've got a 5. Steve, what are you giving it?
Because it saddens me that you never commissioned my Royal Jordanian a while ago, I'm going to give it a 5 and 1 chicken ball.
I don't want to talk about what you made it a while ago. I don't want to mention it. So I think what we'll end up doing is we'll just give it a smack bang down the middle, 5 out of 10. So we'll go for that. We'll go for 5 out of 10. Right, let's have a look and see what everybody has put. Yeah, Gail Leary 4 out of 10. Linky will give that 5 out of 10 to down the middle. Rob Brown Plane Spotting a 4 out of 10. Michael Painter goes for an 8.5 out of 10. He likes it.
Mm.
Brian Edwards down the other end, 1 out of 10.
Mm.
Jim Gemmell, 2 out of 10. Loopy, 4 out of 10. And yeah, that is pretty much that. So interesting. Yeah, interesting that a few people do actually quite like this livery. But interesting choice indeed. So we'll move on swiftly to the next one. It is, of course, not this one, but this one by Dragonair, subsidiary back in the day to Cathay Pacific, with this rather lovely looking special livery on their A330. So, Jack, how come you chose this one?
But when I saw this livery, I was like, this is absolutely gorgeous. So I just thought that this would look very, very good on the ratings.
One to split the crowd, I think, as well. So it's probably a good pick. It's kind of culture, I think. So you can probably give it some points for that. Whether the colours mix and match, it's hard to see. It's almost like a very, very like watered down colour sort of thing. It's like go green, purple, red, orange, but we'll water it down quite a bit. It's almost like that's what they've done. Yeah, an interesting one. Right, Steve, over to you.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't quite hit the spot for me. It's still a little bit bland. Maybe like if there was some excitement of like a big bit of fire coming out of the Dragon, that would have been amazing. I'm about to sneeze, so you might want to swap over because no, I'm good. Right.
Good?
Yeah. Anyway.
Right. I'll just jump in. I will be back shortly.
Okie dokie. Yeah. So the Dragon, it just doesn't kind of hit home. It's not bold enough. It's not sharp enough. If anything, the tie plane in the background is actually drawing my eye more than the aircraft we should be looking at, which probably speaks volumes for what I make of it there, Ian.
I quite like it. I'll be quite honest with you. Yeah, no, I like it a lot. In fact, I look at it and it doesn't make my eyes bleed like a lot of these liveries I've done tonight. So I'll take that as a good livery. No, I think it's really nice. I really, really do.
Yes.
And when you're saying about, I mean, it has got pastel shades of like your lilacs, and it's got like the oranges aren't so bold, and the yellow's not that bold either. But I think it depicts what it's about, and it's about Chinese culture, and I think it does it really, really well. And I particularly like the tail as well. I think it looks really nice. I like it a lot.
Yeah, true enough. It's incredibly smoggy wherever it's been taken, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just it needs to be a little bit more, like a little bit more kind of sort of stood out to me. Like Dak, is there anything else on there that you kind of particularly liked when you picked this one out?
I just thought because it was such a picturesque livery, so I just thought it looks nice. So I think it would be really, really good in the rate livery. So
I'd like to know which airport it was took at. To be quite honest, it's not Hong Kong, is it? It could possibly be, couldn't it?
No, I don't. Well, be.
It could be somewhere in Indonesia, though. I mean, there's a Cathay Pacific behind it as well, isn't there? And then there's the Thai.
Yeah, right enough. Yeah, it's certainly down in Asia somewhere or other, but
yeah, I think. I'm sorry, Steve. I was just going to say, I think the surroundings don't do the actual plane any justice at all. I think if it had a less grey, pastel-y sort of smoggy background and whatever, I think the plane would stand out just that little bit more, and I think it would look a lot nicer. I mean, the Thai one really stands out, doesn't it? But
no, absolutely. Like I said a minute, I'm more drawn to the Thai aircraft, but yeah, it's not a shocker, is it, by any means? And
no.
I don't know. It's kind of what you associate with sort of China, isn't it? It does what it says on the box, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if I were Tom now and I could get the comments up on the page, I would be reading Julie Rotherham's comments out. But the dragon at the back of the tail fin looks good. The other one looks like a what's it? So I'll leave that where it is.
Yeah, Rob Brown's got it now. Looks like one of those cheap calendars you get from a Chinese takeaway. Pretty spot on, really.
I think he's Wong on that one, to be honest. But
look at that! Look, I'm off again. See ya. Honestly, I'll come back and then you're throwing out all this. Yeah. All right. Okay, so give you some time to deliberate over. I mean, have you done the ratings and stuff, or you just had a look?
No, not yet. We just I was just saying we were trying to get Julie Rotherham to comment on screen, but we couldn't do it.
Hold on. Which one? This one?
No.
Have I missed it? Well, how far back is it?
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 comments down. 8 comments down.
Oh, right, yeah. Why not? It's Friday night. Let's go for it. Have you read it out?
I read half of it out.
Yeah, I'll read it out. Why not? I'm very good at reading things out. Julie Rotherham says, the dragon at the back on the tail fin is good, but the other one looks like a peeled penis.
Beautifully put.
Yeah, that gets a star. Comment of the night already. Well done, Julie. Very, very good. All right. So ratings now. You've had plenty of time to deliberate it. We'll go straight into it. Jack, rating for this Dragonair livery.
Let's go for a 7 out of 10 for the livery, and the fact that it's A330 as well.
By the Lord Jesus, he's actually given a rating of a high level that he's picked. Lovely job. Right, 7 out of 10. Steve.
Like I said earlier on, my eye is actually drawn to the aircraft behind it, which doesn't speak volumes for it. So I'm going to give it a 4, no chicken ball.
Oh, and that's from Chinese takeaway.
A new rating of like so many chicken balls out of 5.
Yeah, here we are, back on the road again.
Yeah. Hey, up.
Put the old knacker crackers away.
That's it. Now then, everybody. Right, so 4 out of 10, Ian.
I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 because I'm quite fond of it. I do like it. But I'm also giving Julie Rotherham a 10 out of 10 for comment of the night.
And at least hasn't got a panda on it, so.
Yeah, and the fact it hasn't got a panda on gives it an extra mark.
Easily, I think what we should do moving forward, potentially, comment of the night gets a sticker sent to them.
Excellent.
Just saying. Right, roughly 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Sound about fair?
Yeah, sounds
Yeah,
about
decent.
right. Yeah.
Good stuff. Right, yeah, lots of people, I mean, not many people are calling it a peeled penis like Julie Rotherham is, but right, ratings wise, Linky Ball 6 out of 10. Michael Painter 6.5 out of 10. Very far east with the orange, reds, and purples, but the purple is a bit washed out. It's what I was saying before. Very sort of, very washed out kind of. It's not bright, like it's not particularly standout.
Then, whilst you were nipped away there, Tom, we think that the general scene, the weather and the smog hasn't out in the slightest. It doesn't make it striking that it's in a big cloud of like crap has been took.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
I think we should move on to the next one because I think this one's dragging on a bit.
Oh, God. Right, very quickly. Rob Brown, 2 out of 10. Jim Gemmell says that comment that we read out that I pinned as comment of the night, that can only come from Julie.
Yeah.
Love my butt off. Very good. Even though it looked like a pill penis, she's given it 3 out of 10. Jim Gemmell going along the same lines as you, Steve. The 747 caught his eye first.
Yeah.
Samuel Taylor Ackroyd giving it 3.5 out of 10. Farang Travels giving it a 4 out of 10. And because we've been on this for quite a while, next one it is. So, the High Fly Coral Reef Special Livery A380, which of course is now no longer with us, is another pick of Sam's. Of course, this is two sides, so the picture here has two different sides to it. Sam, tell us why. I keep doing it. Keep doing it, Jack. Tell us why. Why did you pick it?
I saw this at Farnborough 2018, and I just absolutely fell in love with this aircraft when I first saw this.
Yeah, right enough. I do think the darker blue side does it slightly more for me than the lighter blue side. I think the lighter blue side looks like it's got Nemo on it, so that's exciting. But I just think the darker blue. Sorry, Jack.
I said it's going to be hard to find, ain't it?
Yeah, quite. But yeah, it's not bad. I think the blue is a colour. I'd be interested to see how they sort of merged the colours into each other. But the dark blue's lovely. To be quite honest.
The cause is obviously a good one. High Fly have obviously done quite well with this one in terms of trying to get the picture out there in terms of the coral reefs and stuff, and there's no bigger plane to do it on than the A380. So so it's pretty. I quite like it because of the cause behind it and the reason why they're doing it. I do like it. It's a shame it didn't last very long. I'd have loved to have seen it and gone to Farnborough and seen it and things like that. But I think the closest I'll get to seeing it is probably owning it as a model, to which I still don't have. So that'll be sort of on my list of things to get. But yeah, it is a shame that this one didn't last very long. I believe an ex-Singapore A380, which then got parted out, I think. So yeah, bit of a shame, really. Ian, now that you're back, the High Fly Coral Reef livery, your thoughts?
The pale blue side, I'm a big fan of. Let's move that off my screen. Sorry, I just distracted them for a second. Yeah, I like the splash of colour on the pale blue side. Obviously, it's painted like that for a reason, for the Save the Coral Reefs Foundation or whatever it could be. I'm just, yeah, I was just wondering why they'd done the two sides, two different colours, and obviously the dark blue side is depicting a dead coral reef, isn't it? Where the pale blue side is depicting the alive coral reef. I would imagine that's what it looks like to me, anyway. I also find it quite hypocritical that a plane that chuffs out so much pollution can actually, have support some kind of wildlife type fundraising type thing. I just find it a bit.
Well, it's a bit like old Gretna Thunberg, isn't it?
Yeah.
Traveling halfway across the world to give a speech about saving the planet and all that.
Yeah.
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 To you.
Yeah.
Literally.
I just find it's the biggest fuel consuming product on the planet apart from ships is trying to protect, and polluting more than it's protecting, to be quite honest. So I find it a bit hypocritical that way. But just delivery alone is really nice. The pale blue side is really nice. Not a big fan of the dark blue side.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Right. While Steve's disappeared shortly, you lot have a think about the rating that you'll give for this one. Let's have a look and see what people have put here. Brian Edwards says attention, getting positive, which is what it does. The name that just keeps expanding. The MaxJet TV Live Express by Max Woodman says that it had a farewell flight over Toulouse. Julie Rotherham says it looks like it's got a cardi on because it can feel the draft, like a granny with a tartan blanket and one big slipper on the beach. The analogies are spot on, from Julie. Very, very entertaining. Very entertaining. Farang Travel says it's awful. Yeah, just learning lots of different vibes and stuff like that. Really. Yeah, very decent indeed. Right. So you guys have had a small chance to think of a rating. Jack, we'll go with you first.
But because I've seen this in real life, but so I got my SD card when I went to Farnborough that year. I'll give it a straight 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Solid 8 out of 10. Steve?
I quite like it. The fact it's slapped on a 380 makes it that much better. So I will give it a nice solid 8.
8 out of 10. No, this is going. Ian?
Yeah, I would give it. I'm going to give it a 7.
7
out of 10. Yeah, so I'm still quite a bit over its reasonings, to be quite honest. But
yeah, well, I'm going to give it an 8 as well. I think it deserves a solid 8 out of 10, which obviously means 8 out of 10 all round for that one. So very, very good indeed. Right, let's have a look and see what people have put. Ling Keeble has put prefer the light blue but don't dislike the dark blue. 8 out of 10, so she agrees with us on that one. Jim Gemmell, 8 out of 10 for the cause. If you're obviously of a European descent, the MaxJet TV Live Express by Max Woodman gives it the 2nd of March.
And the chicken
Rob
ball.
Brown Plain Spine says a decent effort, better than some we've seen so far. 6 out of 10. Michael Painter gives it a 9. Done a great job on a big area. Done a great job on a big area to cover and a good message. Brian Edwards, 8 out of 10. Gail Leary, a 10 out of 10. I know she's a big fan of the A380 as well. Loopy with 8 out of 10 for both sides. Julie Rotherham, 8 out of 10 because it probably had its 99 stolen by a seagull. Just on point tonight. Good stuff, Julie. Good stuff. Farang Travels. The light blue is nice. 7 out of 10. Okay. Let me just check. All right, one more, and it's a little bit of a classic. I know it's early.
Really?
Ian's a massive fan of this. Ian's a massive fan of this. I'm not going to play any music because I will get done for copyright. It is the old Thompson Merry Christmas livery. I thought it was an interesting one that Jack chose, considering we're about to hit the hottest period ever. But yeah, interesting choice. Jack, why did you pick this one?
Oh, just because everyone's got to get a little bit of a holiday spirit in them.
Really?
This was one for Ian, wasn't it? You just know this is for Ian, wasn't it? No, Ian's a massive fan of getting your Christmas decorations out in October.
Yep.
Yep, good stuff. Good stuff. We won't come to you next, Ian. Steve.
I love Christmas. I love Elf. I might stick this film on after I've done this, you know. Merry Christmas. I think it would have looked nice with some little more kind of snow effects. Maybe Santa riding on a tail would have looked properly cool. I like the little polar bear smile on the front. Look at that. Quite cute. It's got a red nose like Rudolph, isn't it? No, let's be honest. It's a little bit tacky and terrible. I'm sorry to say it, Jack. But
I've just seen.
Yeah.
Ian, have you seen what I've seen, yeah?
Yep.
Comment from Rob Brown, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, we'll do that in a sec. All right, over to you, Ian, as you're the biggest.
I've got 4 words for this, and it's Jim Royal of the Royal family, and it's Merry Christmas, my arse, and that's
it. Jim Royal, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's absolutely vile in it. Look at the state of it. It honestly, it's just vile. Yeah.
Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus.
Yeah.
On the Thompson way. Right.
I'm a fan of Christmas, but not in July.
Not in July.
Not
when we're about to hit 40
or
degrees.
In September, October, November. I'm a fan of Christmas in December.
Definitely not while we're about to hit 40 degrees. Definitely
Absolutely. Not. Yeah.
Right. Anyway, right, so have some time to deliberate the very last livery that we are doing today. Thanks to Jack for, of course, picking them on his birthday week as you deliberate over the last one that we have there. Let's have a look and see what people think about celebrating Christmas in July when we're about to hit 40 degrees of weather. So, MaxJet TV, hang on a minute. The MaxJet TV Live Express by Max Woodman. Says, from all of us here at TUI, welcome to wish you a Merry Christmas from the 737 12th of October. Steve loves that one. He loves it. Right, yeah. Rob Brown plane spotting that made me and Ian giggle. Could have done a better job with a wet fart on my boxers.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Rob.
And not in is a little bit concerning, but fair enough. Gail Leary says, "Yay! It's Christmas come early! Ho ho ho!" Jim Gemmell says, "Should have had some snow on the roof."
Yeah.
Would have been pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, then there would have been de-icing then, wouldn't it, in July?
Yeah. Farang Travels might be your best friend there, Ian, because he says that's bloody awful.
You know, he's not wrong. The guy's got taste.
Julie Rotherham says, "You can't knock that one. It's got a face. Any aircraft with a face is good." Of.
I'd knock that one right out.
Eddie Hearn booked that flight. Right. Gail Leary says, "Ian, 163 days to go. Can we put the decorations up, please?"
I'm calling for a vote in no confidence in Gail Leary's abilities to function as a human.
Yes.
Overall,
if Ian had it his way, we'd be looking for a new head moderator. Lynn Keeble says, "Bar humbug." You can tell everyone's in the Christmas spirit now. Brian Edwards says, "I quite like this. Imagine it coming back from a North Pole. To be honest, blingy, cheap, and cheerful. on that one. Gives a rating of 4 out of 10.
It's tacky enough to come back from Malaga. Never mind North Pole. It makes a Jet 2 holiday livery look nice, doesn't it? Let's be honest. And attack Portugal.
Michael Painter says you can tell it's Friday night. Sounds like everyone's had a few drinks. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. We're making the most of a Friday. Link Keeble says, I really like it. Smiling face always gets my vote. Cool. Right. Everyone in the chat, let us know what you think of the last livery for now. We've got more chat to come afterwards, of course. We're going to start talking about the first day of the Royal International Air Tattoo, which was today, and what we're looking forward to as well. For now, get your ratings in for this last one as we go through ours. Jack, over to you. You can pick this one because Ian loves Christmas. What do you give out of 10?
Right, grab your baubles, erect a tree, and this is a 10 out of 10 for me.
Oh, fantastic. What a great way to end.
Yeah. Next week,
Oh,
guys.
brilliant. I was too busy laughing. Didn't hear the rating. What was that?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Throw your balls at the Christmas tree. There you go. 10 out of 10 from Jack. Right. Steve.
25 out of 12 for me. No, it's
Ooh.
Right,
yeah,
25th
it's
of December
a
from Steve.
it's an absolute cracker. Right, I'm done. Oh dear. Right, I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Goodness me, honestly. We are never doing Friday night shows ever again. In fact, no, scrap that. We probably will do. Anyway, right, Ian, over to you. Seeing as you love Christmas so much,
Yeah, I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be really, really cruel. I can't give it any more than a 1, just because it's still got white engines. So I'll give it a 1 just for the engine cowlings.
Not going to be cruel. Oh, I can't give it any more than a 1.
Can't give it any more than a 1 for engine cowlings.
Right, I'll give it probably a 6 out of 10. I think it is quite cool. You know, it's nice, but obviously it's a very old livery at the moment. So I think to end, it's a very solid 6 out of 10. Thanks to Ian's 1.
Yeah.
Right, let's have a look and see what the chat has put in for tonight. Loopy has put 2 out of 10, so that's 1 more than what Ian would have put for it.
Disappointed, Loopy.
Gail Leary, 6 out of 10. Gets a point purely for being Thompson, 1 out of 10.
Yeah, good lad, Rob.
Spotting.
Yeah. Must be a northern thing.
Michael Painter says 2 out of 10. Poor effort, just like Tui.
Yeah.
Let's have a look here and see what else everyone's put here. Julie Rotham's put 7 out of 10. Needed a splattered Santa on the nose cone. Take that how you will. Jim Gemmel's put 2 out of 10. Lots of people appreciating. Loopy says, sorry, Ian, my hand slipped.
Oh, well, I'll forgive you.
Donna O'Brien has put 10 out of 10. And Link Keeble has put 6 out of 10. I think it's fair to say what Jack has just put about this one is going in the end of the year highlights.
I also think that Jack gets the best comment of the night category. Sorry, Julie, but
yeah, I don't know. We could do a joint one. I think maybe a joint one.
Yeah, maybe a joint one. Definitely.
Absolutely fantastic. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. Well, there you go, boys and girls. That is the end of that small segment, at least. We hope you have had a lot of fun with that. We certainly have. It's been really, really good. We always enjoy doing the rating show because it always gets the audience involved. But don't go anywhere because we are not going off just yet. We've still got next week's guest, which is back on a Sunday, to announce, and we also have the segment of things that look like Condor. You guys have been sending me stuff, and I've also been having a look around to find more things that look like the current Condor livery. So stay tuned for that one. And of course, we'll get into talking about the Royal International Air Tattoo, which of course me and Jack watched today of the first day. Steve's going tomorrow, and I'm going on Monday for departures. So, let's have a look here.
I
Let's.
sent you a Condor picture, Tom. Did you get it?
You did send it to me. I'm not showing it though,
Oh, fair enough.
just because I don't want to. It's not suitable, really. I mean, we've had peeled penis. That's about it.
No, fair enough.
As far as I'm willing to go for that. Anyway. So, I'll tell you what we'll do. While we've still got people here, let's show you who we've got next week. Should we do that?
Yeah, go on, put it on.
All right, here we go. Here's who's joining us next week.
Hi everyone, Jeb Brooks from greenergrass.com. I am so excited to be joining Tom and the gang for the Departure Lounge podcast next week. We're going to be talking about travel, aviation, trains, whatever comes up, all kinds of stuff. I really hope you can join us. I am so looking forward to seeing you next Sunday.
Jeb
Crack him.
Brooks will be here with us, returning for the first time since God knows when on the channel. I can never keep up with what happens. But yeah, Jeb Brooks, of course, well known in the travel industry. We've had the likes of Noel Phillips, and now we have got Jeb Brooks back with us to tell us all about his recent travels and pretty much everything he's already just said in the video in terms of traveling, planes, trains, whatever you want to talk about. So yeah, we are looking forward to having him on. That'll be on the Sunday next week, not a Friday. So yes, we're looking forward to that very much. We had a great time with him last time he was on with us, and yeah, should be a lot of fun to have him back on and see where he's been up, where he's been in the world. So yeah, looking forward to that. Right, so before we even get on to anything else, in fact, we should probably announce one more thing. Should we do a bit of a merch release?
Yeah, go on then. Why not?
Let's do it.
All right, so me and the wonderful Gail have been working on some merch. I had an idea last night, and with Gail's input, we have put together a brand new T-shirt, which you have no idea. I released it during the show, so you can go and buy it if you like the idea of it. Here it is. We are celebrating, of course, the Airbus. We're celebrating the Airbus A380. And of course, you can now buy your own A380 t-shirt for a limited time only, of course. You can buy it as a t-shirt or a hoodie. Or if you fancy it, we're releasing it as a sofa cushion because you know what? Why not?
A sofa
Quite a smart
cushion.
idea. Me and Gail both like this. You guys, you like this?
Yeah, love it.
Absolutely love it.
Sofa cushion's a bonus. That'll fit me and all.
You can buy that on the shop, literally right now. You can buy that if you fancy a little bit of A380 love. So yeah, do consider going to buy that. In fact, Gail's put the shop in the chat right now, so you don't have to search for it. You can go and find it right now. Awesome stuff. All right, so let's do our little chat about Fairford. Now, of course, as we know, the reason we're doing the show on a Friday night is because it's React weekend. I don't know, Jack, you're going or no?
No, I couldn't get tickets for this year, but hopefully next year.
Okay. Also, another question: do you have a light?
Yes, I do.
Just see like one side of your face, but no.
Yeah, we never invited him while he's away.
But no. So me and Jack obviously watched the first day today on Plains TV. So a big shout out to them for wonderful coverage, despite the issues that they had as well. Steve is going there tomorrow. I'm there on Monday for departures in the near 40-degree heat. we'll go with obviously what we're looking forward to first. Steve, as you're going tomorrow, what are you most looking forward to?
Obviously, there's a ridiculous amount of stuff going, and I've actually not really looked at what's coming and going because I'd like it to be a surprise to myself too. But what I have heard, what I'm looking forward to, is actually the beluga getting flanked by the red arrows. That'd be awesome. But the rest of the stuff, I've kind of kept my head out of it because it'll be nice to kind of surprise of what's about to show up. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've done on it.
Fantastic. And you're only there for the one day, aren't you?
Yeah, it's a sore subject because I could have gone there for all 4 days for a lot less, but we won't get into that.
That's not too.
No, it'd be cool. Really looking forward to it. Taking young Isaac, who's worked really hard on his exams this year, so it's a little well done for doing well at school and that. So yeah, it'd be really, really good.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, really nice. Now, Jack, obviously we watched it today. We were commenting on pretty much everything that was being done through the entire stream. I think the flying kicked off at about 11 o'clock tonight, at 11 o'clock this morning, and finished about 3 o'clock because there were still arrivals coming in. What was your favourite part about today's first day of?
For me, it's got to be the Black Eagles. Absolutely incredible they are.
I would say so, and I'm going to say something very controversial right now, which might get the chat either going or hate me, or maybe further than that. But I actually think the Black Eagles are slightly better than the Red Arrows.
Ooh.
From what I've seen today of them, I think they to go half an hour that they did to close the show and produce some stunning performances. I think it's absolutely insane what they do. So I think anybody that's going to Fairford this year, whether it's tomorrow or Sunday, are going to be in for a massive, massive treat.
Yeah, big time. We were actually really lucky on Wednesday. They actually flew right over the top of where Jack and I live. We don't live together. I'm just pointing that out. We happen to live quite close together. Yeah, they came over the top, didn't they, Jack?
Yeah, they did. I mean, their aircraft, what they use, the T-50, absolutely incredible aircraft.
Yeah, I think so. I think for me, I was coming back from a London trip, and they were based at Boscombe Down and did their little rehearsals and stuff. And in the distance, I could see them all coming in, and I thought, wow, that's fantastic. I actually get to see them, and then I get to see them again when I go on Monday. I think because they're sort of basing themselves there at the moment. So whether they'll actually depart off back to wherever after their display on Sunday or not, I'm hoping not. But be able to really get to see them on Monday. But I think they put in a really, really good performance today. Really, really good performance. Their rehearsal was fantastic. From what a lot of people have said, I know people were saying that the Southport Air Show, the Southport Air Show display was a little bit flat, a little bit almost pointless. But I think personally they were probably saving themselves for Fairford, and they massively delivered today. Massively delivered, and no doubt they will massively deliver throughout the entire weekend. It wouldn't surprise me if they won any awards as well. If they start winning awards for best display and stuff like that, it would not surprise me. They were that good, and it was just fantastic. Could not take my eyes off them at all. Could not take my eyes off them.
Yeah, no, that's it. From what I hear, they sound like the Red Arrows sort of womble around compared to them. So it should be a really fascinating show to see them live.
I think Rob Brown. I'm going to say Rob Brown makes a good point, doesn't he? Where the Reds do play it a bit safe, don't they? I mean, you can't take anything away from what they do. I mean, to be one of them pilots for any display team is it's got to be the pinnacle of your career, hasn't it? To be fair, but when you look at the Italians and the French and things like that, they do. I don't know whether you call it taking more risks or just making it look like you take more risks, because I'm sure none of them take risks, did they?
No, it's all calculated.
Absolutely.
Obviously.
Yeah.
No, but a little bit more of a dynamic approach for the Koreans, and even the Frecce Tricolore as well. They tend to take a little bit more of a risk and stuff. Like Michael Painter's just said, he says he's a traitor. He's seen the Frecce Tricolore a couple of times at Riet and thought they outshone the Red Arrows.
Mhm.
Jim Gemmell with an interesting point, saying, could it just be the Hawk that just aren't as agile as our display team jets?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
It's a good
Possibly.
shout. I mean, the Hawk's a trainer, isn't it? At the end of the day, it's not built for maneuverability. I suppose it's about they're built to train pilots how to fly a plane, aren't they? More than anything
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. It definitely is an interesting one. But yeah, for me, like the Black Eagles are definitely there. I mean, I'm not there for the air show. I'm there for the departures. It has been touted that there are 350 departures on Monday.
Wow.
Because everything
You'll get
goes
to see
back.
the German tornadoes, won't you?
They'll
Yeah.
take off as a 2-ship. I think.
Yeah,
I'm
I
pretty
know
sure
they
there was
will.
2.
That's
They'll take off as a 2-ship.
That's
So
something you'll remember. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I've seen tornadoes flying, but way before. Way before. There was a video actually circling around on one of the React groups of the tornado that flew very low over a campsite. And if you haven't seen that, I've strongly advised joining I think it's called the Original React Nutters. I think that's the group, and a lot of video footage gets put in there. I think the highlight for me today, as well, was the arrival of the E4B, the Doomsday 747. The way that they brought that thing in, they did a fly past, and they then flew it in on a visual approach. And watching a 747, which doesn't have great visibility out the side windows, do a visual approach is absolutely astonishing. So the fact that that's come in, I mean, a lot of people were talking about the U.S. Air Force sort of letting us down a little bit with the fact that it's their 75th anniversary and they're cancelling a lot of planes like the A-10, the P-8 Poseidon, and other aircraft like that. But they more than make up for it for departures if you've got the E4B and then the KC-46, which is doing its React debut this year. So yeah, lots of things to look forward to. I think it's just the fact that I got to stand out there in 37-degree heat, which I'm not looking forward to, if I'm honest.
I can send you a knotted hanky. I've got a spare one.
I've got a hat and everything. I've got a hat, umbrella, all sorts. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hat, umbrella, all sorts. But other highlights for you, Jack, today, because obviously you and I was the one sat watching it. What were the other highlights for you today?
Obviously, the RAF Typhoon. The Italians, they put their was it the C-27?
C-27 Spartan, yeah.
Absolutely, that I've never seen a transport aircraft do what I can do.
You and I called it the Hercules baby boy because that's kind of what it's like. But the way they throw that thing around is absolutely amazing as to how agile the C-27J Spartan is. They throw it up like it's a full loop sort of thing, and it's astonishing. And they barrel roll the damn thing, and it's fantastic to watch. Fantastic to watch. I remember seeing it at Farnborough back in 2010. And seeing it do what it did, and I believe it looped that day as well, so it can do it.
I remember it doing a loop, yeah.
And it was just like, you just sat there and you're like your jaw is down, and yeah. So I'm very much. There's quite a few examples this year, I believe. Italians, Slovakians, I think, have also got theirs in. So there's quite a few, and of course one close to home for Ian, which is the BAE Wharton ERJ 145, which is there as well.
Oh, is it? Happy days.
It is indeed. Yeah, it arrived yesterday.
Right.
I don't know if it's there as support or not, so it might be.
It's probably took a lot of people down there because it does make regular trips. Well, it does 2 daily trips down there anyway. So
yeah, it came in from Farnborough, I believe, as well. So
yeah,
very nice indeed. But yeah, the other highlights for me, I think, were the Finnish Hawk. I think that was pretty decent.
I've seen the Finnish Hawks. Nice livery on them.
Yeah, it's in the old livery, but very nice indeed.
Yeah,
and I think the other one for me was the Austrian Air Force 2-ship Typhoon display. as well, with the quick response demo as well of an unidentified aircraft, which they used um, their Hercules. And they had the Hercules go over, and these two Typhoons took off and banked immediately to go catch up with it. And then once the Hercules had landed, the two Typhoons entered a dogfight.
Wow.
And it was astonishing to watch.
Yeah, I bet that was
So
brilliant
good.
to see. Mm.
The Swiss Hornet as well, the Swiss F-18 Hornet, obviously always puts on a display as well. Really, really good. So if you're not going tomorrow, I strongly advise subscribing, even if it's just for the weekend.
Yeah.
Subscribing to Planes TV so you can catch it all. And
Is
yeah,
that Belgian F-16 there?
it is.
Yeah.
It is. I believe
What
that's
about
displayed
the
tomorrow.
French Mirage?
The what?
French Rafale.
Rafale.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know? I'm not sure about the Rafale.
Right. That's always fantastic to watch.
Yeah.
I still think that's a better plane to watch than Typhoon, to be honest. Yeah.
One for another day.
Controversial there, Ian.
Well, I'm a
Yeah.
massive Typhoon fan. I live less than 5 miles away from where they're built, so I'm a big fan of Typhoon. But
Yeah.
I watched the French Rafale, and I've watched like the Blackjack Typhoon, and I think the French Rafale's much better maneuverability and things like that, better display.
Oh
better
God,
plane.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Just a quick one. Loopy was asking about the group. It's called the Original Riat Nutters on Facebook. For you to join, obviously, people going in there to check some really good pictures. I don't know, Jack, if you saw the aftermath of the like more of the arrivals with the Swiss, not Swiss, the Swedish historic flight with the Gripen, the
Yeah.
Viggen. And I can't think what the other one was called now. Damn. But yeah, that was amazing to see. So we'll end up catching those on Monday, seeing the Viggen and the Gripen, and some other things. I think no, not the Gripen. There was something else.
The
No good with military names, but I know the Viggen was there.
Mm.
There's some really interesting stuff there. Really good stuff. Some old like American Air Force stuff came in as well, obviously to celebrate the anniversary and stuff. Yeah, really, really good stuff. But I'm hoping, not next week, but the week after, we'll take the evening to talk about the highlights and stuff. Steve will talk about his highlights, of course. And then, of course, we will show some footage of departures and things like that I'll end up catching. And sort of go from there. But yeah, definitely looking forward to the tornadoes of the German Air Force going out as well. The biggest thing I'm looking forward to is not just the E4, not just the KC-46, but of course the German Air Force A340.
There's a good chance my highlight show might include the Thatcher's tent, mind.
Go for it. Go for it.
I'll be sad if there ain't one.
No, that's fine. Right.
I think Pims have one there, don't they, Steve?
Oh, lovely. You can see Isaac and little Pims, you know.
I think Isaac could drink Pims. I don't think it's your cup of tea, is it?
No,
Nah.
not very much.
All right,
take
let's sort of end it there. Otherwise, we'll be talking about Fairford pretty much all night long. A couple of questions about it. The MaxJet TV Live expressed by Max Woodman says, have they got the 777X displaying at Riyadh? No, they don't, but that is currently in the UK at Farnborough right now for the Farnborough Air Show next week. Luke says any 757s. There was due to be the New Zealand one, but that went tech, so they had to cancel at the last minute, which I'm a little bit gutted about. So that's not there either. Right, let's go into sort of wrapping up the show with some shout-outs. This, of course, is the part of the show where we discuss our most, we'll shout out some wonderful people in our lives, and try and get the show wrapped up. So, Jack, over to you for some shout-outs.
Right, no problem. So, first shout out I want to give to you three. You guys are just absolute. I can't thank you guys enough for everything you do for me.
Much appreciated.
My mum, my dad, my brother, his girl, his fiance, and my nan. well, Jeff Brooks actually added me on Twitter, so I got to thank him very much for that.
Good job.
And just to the moderators as well, Gail Leary and Sam Taylor Ackroyd, thank you very much for everything. And to the viewers, thank you so much for everything.
Yeah, lovely job, Jack. Over to you, Ian.
Oh, cheers, Steve. I just say a massive shout out to your good self, Jack. It's been a lot of fun tonight. We've had a good laugh with you tonight. To you, Steve, and to Tom, wherever Tom might well be now, for another great show. Massive thanks to our moderators, Gail and Sam, for moderating tonight, and obviously everything what Gail does as well for the channel and the page as well. She does quite a lot for us, which is fantastic. Big shout out to all the lovely people listening to us and watching us tonight and getting involved and commenting in the chat. It's always nice to read the comments, and big shout out there to Julie Rotherham for some absolute classic lines there. And that's pretty much it. So big shout again to you, Jack. Oh, and a big shout out to Tian as well, who just waved across the room to me just for being Tian. So, and that's me done, Steve. So over to you, pal.
Thanks, Ian. To Ian and Jack, always a pleasure. Like whether it's chatting on air, having a game of something during the week with Ian, or meeting up with the airport there, Jack's always good fun. As he's not here, nuts to Tom. He ain't getting no recognition. Should have been here. If he's still there, we saw the name George Lines pop up in the chat. Thank you for watching, mate. I appreciate it. And we'll have to go fishing again at some point. A good old while. On a serious one.
Is that Southern Pike Hunter?
No, that's a bloke called Chris.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry.
No, George is he's a good lad. Proper good lad. Decent. Bournemouth fan. What more could you ask for?
Ask for a lot more.
Well, there you go. Gail, for all the hard work you do behind the scenes, and Sam, thanks for joining us tonight. Yeah, on one brief serious one, my sister-in-law Emily, it's a year today since her father passed away, and she's done incredible. To be fair, this last year she's been unbelievably strong. Her and her little daughter, and I know she probably won't be watching this, but just my thoughts are with you and that, and it's been a tough time, but the fact you're still smiling is absolutely incredible. So fair play to you. And that's us done, Tom. So it's over to you, mate.
Cool. I was going to go through and show some of the shout outs and stuff, but they're all in there, so it's all good stuff. Right, yeah, shout out Jack, of course, as always, for providing us the entertainment that you have this evening, especially with that one cracking line, which I'm sure we'll play over and over again. So good shout out for that. Obviously can't do things in secret anymore. I might have just gone for a wee. Yes. I'm going to take that comment of the night away now, I think. But no, it's what alcohol does to you, I'm afraid. Right. So Jack, thank you very much. Ian, Steve, of course, as always, making the show what it is. It's all good fun here. We are here to literally give anybody into aviation a voice, no matter who you are, where you're from, what your background is, etc. We are here to give you a voice, and that is all that matters to us, no matter what anybody says. So big thank you to you guys. Anyone that's watched this evening, I know it's a Friday night. I know a lot of people will be rather out, and a lot of people are at Fairford and stuff, but for those that have stuck and been with us for this evening, thank you. Of course, Gail and our wonderful moderators. Big thank you to you as always for doing a stellar job. If anybody is going to Fairford this weekend during the hot weather, do stay safe and please be careful. I don't know how bad it's going to be, but do be careful and of course stay safe and of course have a fantastic time as well. If you are going to departures, I will probably be wearing this. So if you do see me around, don't be afraid to come and say hello. And yeah, that is pretty much that. Also, want to give a quick shout out, of course, as well to someone who's going through a bit of a tough time at the moment. I promised I'd give her a shout out, and it's Rosie. So if you are watching still, Rosie, a big shout out to you, of course. I did say I'll keep it short and sweet. And that is that. So a big shout out to you. Before we go, one last little segment that we have to get through, and I promise I will rush it as quickly as I can. It is, of course, the return. Things that look like Condor. Right, it's the return of things that look like Condor. So very, very quickly, we had this picture sent in to me by one of my friends on Snapchat, Becky, sending me her Costa straw. Then there's a picture I took of my Fanta iced strawberry drink, which had the blue version.
Ooh,
Look at that. I could do with one of them right now.
they're class. Then they're really nice from Burger King.
Yeah, superb, really, really nice.
Yeah.
Then we have. This was on a job I did. For anybody that doesn't know, I am in the removals business, and I saw these two cups and could not help but take a picture.
Yeah, I would have removed them cups.
Yes. So those cups, of course, first thing I thought of was Condor. Got to take a picture for the show. That's what I did. Next, for the football fans among us, it is, of course, the Real Sociedad football shirt. They are a Spanish football team. Transatlantic Allison's there in the chat. Hang on, is it Sunday already? I'm confused. Yeah, we're doing it today.
Yeah.
Sort of join us on the back end of it.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, join us on the back end of it because it is, of course, React weekend. We're all going to be very, very busy catching planes that we never would normally catch. So, yes. So you got the Real Sociedad Football Club home shirt. They play in La Liga in Spain. Me and Steve and Jack know who they are. But yeah, so you got that one as well. And then lastly, of course, the old classic. The old classic.
I've not had them for years.
Oh God, they stopped making them in.
Brilliant. Like these sweets are like my childhood in a
Aldi do one. Aldi do them in little boxes near counter. You can get them in there.
Oh my God, like Campinos are just amazing. I'm pretty sure they had to be legalized because they were that damn good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Campinos as well, of course, reminding us of Condor. So there is that. Of course, if you have any pictures while you're out and about, do not be afraid to send them to us and be featured. What I'm thinking of doing is a little incentive to people where if you do contribute and you do have your picture shown on the screen, we will send you a free sticker free of charge. You don't have to pay for anything, and just a little thank you. As a little thank you, we'll send you a little sticker if you contribute to our segment here. We want to try and make it as funny as we can. A lot of people don't like the Condor livery. I certainly don't, so I thought we'll try and make it as fun as we can. And yeah, good stuff indeed. So for this week, at least, that concludes this segment. Things that look like Condor. All right, all that's left.
Oh, sorry, Tom. I was just going to say, I've just read a comment there of Julie Rotherham. Her sister is in the removals business. She's doing 5 to 7 for it now. I'm presuming that's months at Her Majesty's pleasure.
It's a tough business to be in. I'm not going to lie. I read a message from the chat that we have at work where I'm traveling pretty much here, there, and everywhere next week. Lyme Regis is on the cards next week.
Ooh, Dorset.
So I'm off to Dorset. So I am. By the Lord Jesus. Right. All that's left for us to do is to say our goodbyes. Again, thank you so much for watching us tonight on this Friday. We'll go now. So, Jack, if you want to say goodbye to the people that are still watching.
Right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. You guys have been an absolute pleasure. Right. Goodbye. Stay safe. Stay sexy. Have a nice weekend. Goodbye.
He stole your line.
Yeah.
Amazing. He stole your line. Fantastic. All right. Ian.
Yeah, just massive thanks to you, Tom and Steve again, and Jack, Gail and Sam, and everybody who's been watching tonight. Big shout out there to Transatlantic Allison for turning up at last minute and missing the entire show deliberately. But it weren't that bad.
No.
No. But yeah, we'll see you all again next week. So thanks for watching. Bye. That's it.
Right, Steve. As you leave, obviously have a fantastic time tomorrow. Looking forward to hearing all about it. If you'd like to say your goodbyes.
Yep, lovely. If you bump into me tomorrow, I will quite happily sign autographs and have selfies. I'm not big time just yet. Yeah, just to wrap up, nice of you to. I don't mean it sarcastic. Nice of you to join us again, Alison. I know you've been through a little bit recently, so it is nice to see you to back watching us and that, and we really do appreciate you being there. All right, cheerio, my lovelies. Stay safe, stay sexy, and my rating for tonight's show is 1 chicken ball. All right, have a great week. Look after yourself.
And I can't believe that's how we're ending it. All right. So, So thank you very much, everyone going to react, whether it's tomorrow or Sunday or Monday. Have a fantastic time. Please, please, please stay safe out of the heat. It's going to be a really hot one. Drink as much water as you can. The safety precautions and all that. But yeah, so have a fantastic weekend. Have a fantastic week, of course, and we'll see you back normal time, 7:30 next Sunday, for when we have Jeb Brooks with us, which we're very much looking forward to as well. So, from me, take care and stay safe, and we'll see you next week. Take care, everybody. See you later. Where's the damn thing? There it is. Bye.